Hey everybody, this is Coach Hammett coming to you from beautiful Georgetown, Texas, here in room 122. Want to go over your review that I gave you during class today. Okay. I've worked out as many problems as I could, and which is all of them, but I just wanted to go over a few of them with you. Number one, write a linear equation, slope-intercept form. The minutes or the price depends on the minutes you talk. Okay, that's why I have minutes right there. This 28.75 is going to be the same each month. It's per month plus however many minutes you talk for long distance. Okay, that's how we get that one. Number two, write an equation in standard form. Okay, so I got it to slope intercept form right here. All right, y equals negative 5x or 5/7 x plus 2. To get it into standard form, remember, we've got to have it ax plus by equals c. A cannot be negative, cannot be a fraction. A can be 0, but it cannot be negative and it cannot be a fraction. So I got it to this point. I had a 7 in the denominator, so I multiplied it all by 7. Came up with that answer. Number 3, slope-intercept form for the line that's graphed. Remember, on your paper, it actually has it graphed right there. And so you can see that it crosses at -2 and just go up and over for the slope. It goes up 2 over 3. That's why it's a rise of 2, run of 3. Number 4, I just graphed the line that was there. Number 5, a lot of work to number 5. Okay, so it gives us 2 points. I have to find the slope of that. After I find the slope, it comes up to 3/2. I put the slope in, I pick a point, and this one's going to be easier for me to use because it's both positives. So 4 goes in for the y, 3 goes in for your x, and you solve it for b. I come up with a b value of -1/2. And so I take this slope, put it in right there. I take the 1/2 and I put it in right there. And that's in the slope-intercept form. All right. Okay. Number 6. Number 6 talked about a line, a vertical line that goes through -6, 4. Well, remember, if lines are vertical, that's going to be an x equals. If lines are horizontal, that's going to be a y equals. So that way you've got that, and it's going to keep going. It doesn't matter what the y value is right there. So x equals -6. Number 7, point slope. Point slope. Don't overthink point slope, okay? You put your slope in, and then right here, you take and you just put the x value in, you put the y value in right there, and that's it. That's all you have to do right there. And now, if we need to manipulate it out of there, we can, but for right now, that's all we need to do. Not like number 8. On number 8, it gives you the point slope. That's the formula it gives you. So what did I do? I distributed out and I came up with this equation. Now, I've got to get the x over. I've got to get the numbers over to the other side. So I subtracted 4 and now added 12/7 x. So after I did that, it came up right here, and I multiply everything by 7 to get rid of this fraction in the front. Once you get rid of the fraction, you're good. Make sure it's positive too. Okay. Number 9. Number 9 comes up, slope-intercept form of that equation. All you got to do is distribute that out, move this number over, and there's my slope-intercept form. That's a 10, by the way. Kind of hard to see on this graph paper. I promise it looks good in person, but when I took a picture of it, it didn't look good. All right. Number 10. Okay. Number 10 says write the slope-intercept form of a line that's parallel. So I've got this, and I need to figure out what my slope is. So to figure out my slope, I have to put it into y equals mx plus b. So to do that, I subtract 2x, put it over here. And now, parallel lines have the same slope. They have the same m value. So I take that -2 from up top and I put it right there. And then I look at my point. I've got a 1 for y right here. I've got a 0 for x right there. So I put it in. 1 equals 0 plus b equals 1. So my formula for this is y equals negative 2x plus 1. All right, number 11 is a little bit different. We're going to start with this formula. It wants to go through this point, but it's the perpendicular. Perpendicular lines have the negative inverse slope or negative reciprocal. So if we started with negative 3/2, we're going to have a new slope of 2/3. Okay, so just like we did up here, we take the 2/3 and we put it in. We put the negative 2 in for y. We put the 3 in for x. Negative 2 equals 2 plus b. Subtract 2, b equals negative 4. So y equals 2/3 x minus 4. Okay, number 12. Number 12 is one that could easily be done by putting these 2 points in your calculator under L1 and L2. Remember, L1 are your x values. L2 are going to be your y values. And you could go stat, calculate linear regression, and come up with the formula. All right. I wanted to go through here and show you that it works because I solved for m, came up to 1.25. But Coach Hammock, you don't like fractions. You're right, I don't. But right here, it was just, or you don't like decimals. I had thought it would be easier to just go with the 1.25. So to solve for b, I put the 1.25 in. I picked this first point. No reason why, just did. All right, 2008, multiply it out, solve for b equals negative 2508, and there's my formula right there. Okay, all right. For the last page, the back page, I just decided to show you the answer sheet right here. All right, here's the deal, guys. With this, I know that you can graph. I don't really care if we put that on the calculator or not. What I want to be able to do is know that the top line goes into L1, the bottom line goes into L2, and I can go stat, calc, lin reg. All right, lin reg. Now, in class, I think we talked about in all three of them that y equaled 1.04x plus 44.8. All right, that's perfect. I really like number 15. Is it reasonable to use this to estimate the score received for any length of time spent studying? And it's not, because you can't score over 100%. If 50 minutes is getting to be 95 on a test, so let's say we study 75 minutes, are we going to make 115? No, because there's a finite limit. The y value can only go so high. So that's a great question right there. I like being able to explain what the data means right there. Number 16, you throw it in your calculator. It should come up to something close to y equals 0.52x minus 983.73. Kind of depends what you do for your x values. If this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to be different than if you put 1940, 1950, 1970, 1990, 2000. All right, so adjust accordingly. Just make sure that you're able to put that in there. All right, and that's it, guys. Your test tomorrow is very similar to this. I feel like this review was harder than your test is. Okay, make sure you understand slope intercept and point slope and standard form and your slope formula. All right, that's important stuff for this chapter. Those are the biggies. All right, that's it. 9-minute video test review. Study up. You've got your review at the end of the chapter if you need it. Y'all are going to do great tomorrow. All right, we'll talk to you later. Okay, so if you're still watching this video, you have no life because you should have already turned. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a word. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Incredible. You need to know Mr. Incredible. Later.